Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vitvishavahay. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavitvaram Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam Paramanandamadhavam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvamanusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini. Welcome to the 5-webinar series on Bhagavad Gita. The series is titled Modern Problems, Timeless Solutions. See, sometimes we hear so much about Bhagavad Gita. Whether all of it is true or not, we don't know. I am sure you all have heard this point that you have any problem in your life, Bhagavad Gita will solve it. Have you heard this or not? Yes. The question is, what is the proof? What is the proof? Suppose, let me give a simple example. Suppose I am studying. Let us say, I am studying graduation, let us say. And I have a problem. Right now, the problem that I am facing is that whatever I do, assignments I do, exams I write, etc., my teacher, a particular teacher, doesn't give me good marks. Whatever I do, that is my problem. Now tell me answer from Bhagavad Gita. No. Bhagavad Gita will solve it. It may, but the question still remains, where is Bhagavad Gita talking about all these things? We all say we are living in the modern world which is changing so rapidly, and we have, now chat GPT and AI, etc., and you don't know what are our problems, etc. And then on the other hand, somebody says that, every single problem in the world can be solved by Gita. How? In the name of Bhagavad Gita, we also have so many people telling so many things. On WhatsApp, etc., you keep getting messages. Bhagavad Gita says. Sometimes it is a very funny message, because when you read what it says, why will Sri Krishna say anything like this? But you see, that is how people are. When they want to make sure that their voice is heard, they say that this is said by some great person. I am sure you all have, got such messages. Dialogue between Swami Vivekananda and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. That message was going round and round for many years. And if you really read the questions that they have put under Swami Vivekananda ji, You wonder why will Swami Vivekananda ask any such questions? And that too to such a great person. What is the proof? What is the proof that really Bhagavad Gita is telling all these things? There is that Gita Rahasya also. When I was a small kid, it used to come in a printout, colored format, and everybody's house used to have that. Do you remember? जो हुआ अच्छे के लिए हुआ, जो हो रहा है वो अच्छे के लिए हो रहा है, जो होगा वो भी अच्छे के लिए होगा. What all happened, happened for good. What is happening for good. What will happen for good. ऐसा क्या है तुम्हारा जो तुम लेके आए थे? You remember? What is it that you have brought? What is it that you are going to take? You are going to go empty-handed. Now, when I have not read Bhagavad Gita, and I read all those things, I say, oh, they are very good pointers. But when I read Bhagavad Gita, I start to wonder where exactly Bhagavan has said all these things. Has anything been implied? Because clearly, word to word, nothing like that Bhagavan has said in the Gita. Is this the implied meaning of what has been? So, somebody must have studied the Gita and according to them, what Gita teaches, that's what might be in front. But please understand, we will not know it unless we actually enter, unless we actually find out what is it which is there in Bhagavad Gita. In these 5 webinars, we are going to do window shopping. Window shopping? You know window shopping? Vedji, you don't use millennial terms. Window shopping is gone. 10, 15 years back, etc. You used to go to malls, etc. and there used to be different things. Now everything is on the phone. Now shopping also happens on the phone. Window shopping also happens on the phone only. What do you mean by window shopping we are going to do? We are going to go enter into the Bhagavad Gita mall, or you can say Bhagavad Gita app, and we are going to see just an overview of what all things are available. Okay? Imagine that I am the salesman and I am showing you the tour of Bhagavad Gita mall. Okay? What you are going to buy, what you are going to pick up, that's up to you. Are you ready? And you know the best thing about it? It is free. No, Vedji, we paid 500 rupees for it. That is for entering, travel cost. Once you enter the mall, everything is free. Now whatever you want, you take it. Are you ready? You want to come? Alright, chalo. Now please understand, there will be different sections. There will be a children's section, like in the mall there is a children's section, then there is electronic section, then there is, garment section, there are different sections. And every section will attract different kind of crowd. So like that in Bhagavad Gita also there will be many things. You go and see which one is attracting you. Go there and explore. Alright, my job is to just tell you all these things are there. You choose. Alright, let us enter. First thing that we need to understand, what is this Bhagavad Gita? Introduction. Today is the very auspicious day that we are beginning this webinar, because they say today is what? Gita Jayanti. Vedji, Jayanti means somebody who is born and the person is no more there now, therefore we celebrate Jayanti, isn't it? Otherwise we say birthday. But a person who has passed, who is no more with us in the physical form, we say Jayanti. Is Bhagavad Gita some lady who was born? No, Gita Jayanti means, it is believed that on this day, Vaikuntha Ekadashi day, more than 5,500 years back, Bhagavad Gita was told by Bhagavan Shri Krishna to Arjuna. Vedji, what is the proof? See, we are very rational people. We don't go by mumbo jumbo, you will say something and we will believe. What is the proof? You go to any shop, under the shop's name, it will be written established 1901, 1958. You remember? Correct? Do you go and ask them, what is the proof? Do you go and ask? No, you believe, no? Believe, no, for some time. No, what do you mean believe? I will not believe. I am not saying that I am not going to prove to you that it was told, but I am saying that I don't want to prove to you that it was told on this day. Why? Because why do we need proof? Let me give an example. When we used to go to school and attend physics classes, etc., we never used to ask these kind of questions. What is the proof? Remember when they taught us Newton's law? Newton's law? Did any one of you raise your hand and say, what is the proof that this law is given by Newton? Did any one of you? You could not dare to do that. But the moment it comes to spirituality, religion, etc., all our things suddenly start to say, what is the proof Sri Rama was there? What is the proof Sri Krishna was there? What is the proof Newton was there? Any one of you have seen Newton? Anyone here has seen Newton? No. What is the proof? I am not saying he did that, but imagine. Is it not possible that Newton's neighbor was an excellent expert in physics and he came up with the law and Newton, his neighbor, took the paper and published in his name? Possible or not possible? I am not saying he did that, please. No, don't make news headlines out of this. I am not saying he did that, but I am saying, is it possible or not possible? Possible. Did we ask? To such an extent that in physics they used to teach us things which are proven to be wrong. Still they used to teach. Bohr's atomic model. I still don't know why I remember all these things, but now bear with it. Now what can you do? I remember, now you have to go through. Bohr's atomic model. Did we all study? And they taught us as though that is the final model. 2 chapters afterwards, they said Rutherford's atomic model. Bohr's atomic model was wrong. Now, when you are printing, you know it is wrong. Why are you teaching? But we never asked them this question. Then after some time, they went on to say that no, proton, neutron, electron, that model is correct. Rutherford's model is also not. Why? Because there is a system of teaching science. First you understand Bohr's model. Then you understand Rutherford's, then you understand that both of them were wrong. Why were they wrong, you understand, so that you can understand the third atomic model which is accepted today to be true. Maybe after 50 years that also will be disproved and something else will be proved, but that is how the science grows. My point is not why did they teach. My point is none of us asked them the question, what is the proof? Why? Because what was said was more important than who said it. Do you agree? Even if the Newton's law of gravitation was derived by his neighbor, again I am telling you, I am just giving example. Even if it was given by his neighbor, but still Newton's law works. That is point number 1. So rather than doubting and saying what can Bhagavad Gita do in the modern times, you are still living in a stone age. You still think Gita can solve. Before making all these passing judgments and comments, at least see what is it which Bhagavad Gita tells. I heard a very beautiful thing in Sanskrit. I am going to translate and tell you. Don't reject anything without analyzing. And don't accept anything just because it is ancient. See, this is called rational thought. What is it saying? Don't accept something just because it is ancient. But don't reject it also without analyzing. We need to have that balance in life. Nowadays, we somehow have become, gone into this habit that we have very radical opinions about everything. There is no balanced opinion on anything. I'll give you an example. If you love Virat Kohli, then you must hate Rohit Sharma. This is how the world is going nowadays. Why? Why can't I love both? No, that is not allowed. If you love Gautam Gambhir, then you must hate MS Dhoni. You see? Why can't I love both? All four of them played for India only now. Why? Because we have gone into that habit that we have very radical, strong opinions about everything. So either we accept everything blindfolded and don't question, or we reject everything without even inquiring. I am asking you to just be little more balanced for next 5 sessions. Hear out what all we are discussing. Hear out it with an open mind. And if you find that it is of no use, reject it. I have no problem. But I am saying don't reject without analyzing it. I am not asking you to accept every single thing that is being said. No, you should not. We are raised by such great Mahatmas who said don't accept because I am telling. We have Gurudev Swami Chinmayananji, whose photo you can see on screen. He used to say, never accept anything because I am telling. Longer the beard, greater is the suspicion, he used to say. And he had very long beard. So he used to put hand on that and you say, longer the beard, greater is the suspicion. You ask the questions, why? You think. And after thinking, if you think that this is good, take it. If you think this is not good, leave it. But think. Let us not be extremely opinionated about every single thing that is given in the ancient time is good. Let us not be opinionated. But at the same time, let us not say that everything that is ancient is wrong. Let us have balance. Let us see which of it is helpful to me, which of it still works, let me take it. Which of it does not work, we will leave it. That is how every single science works. I am going to go back to the same example of physics. Suppose somebody wants to study physics. What does he do? What is the methodology? The methodology is, first you study all the laws which have been discovered so far by previous scientists. And then based on that, you develop your own research topic and do more research. Right? Suppose somebody says that no. I don't believe in anything that happened in the past. So what? So I have decided what? Tomorrow morning I am going to go sit under the apple tree, wait for apple to fall, myself discover the law of gravitation, then I will enter into the bathtub, water will come out, myself I will come up with the law of displacement, Archimedes principle. I myself am going to go through all these things. What will you call such a person? Idiot. You said it, I never said, okay. We will call that person. Why? Because something that is there, study. You may accept, you may not accept, but study. It is foolish to say that I am going to reinvent the wheel without understanding what is the wheel. Isn't it? In any science you take, mathematics, chemistry, history, geography, music, sports, anything you say. They first study what has been already done and based on that they contribute in the entire process, in that subject. Same way, here also, let us see first what has already been told. Whether to accept it completely or not, that's up to us. But let us at least look into it. Right? So when we start to live our life, when we have lots of questions, most of the times we go to people whom we have faith who will solve our problems. True or not? Generally, we don't go to our parents. Generally, you have to cross a certain age limit to realize that actually parents only can solve our problem. That requires little maturity. But till that time, we feel that all our problems will be solved by our friends, who themselves are in problems, but they are very good in giving solutions to other people's problems, just as we are. We are very good in giving advice to other people. What you should do? I broke up with my girlfriend. What you should do? I will tell you. Come. Then I give entire thing. See, first thing. Don't worry. These things keep happening. Why? How? And you wonder how this person is so balanced and telling you. Because he has not broken up. He is not in the problem. So he is solving. We are very good in giving advice to other people. Whether it works, does not work, we don't know. But we go. After some time it happens that when that person is in the same problem, interestingly he comes to you. Telling the same things which you told. And then what you should do? You should also tell the same things which he told. But we go to that person because we think that he can solve our problems. Isn't it? Now let us analyze, when we have little deeper problems, who is it that can solve these problems? Why? Because there is a limit to which our friend can help, our parents can help. You suppose have simple problem. My chappal is broken. In nearby area, which is a good place to get it, so somebody can tell. But suppose there is a deeper question. Why at all do we wear chappal? Now remember, the same person cannot solve that question. Now you still go deeper and ask questions. Why at all we walk? What is happening now? As your questions are becoming deeper and deeper, you need different kind of people who can answer this. Isn't it? Imagine you go to that shop where he is stitching the chappal, etc. The cobbler, mochi. You go there and suppose you ask such questions. Very deep questions. First of all, he will behave as though he doesn't understand the language that you speak. Why? Because he thinks you are an idiot for asking all these questions. Why? It will not work. You are asking the wrong person. It's not that the question is wrong. The question may be right, but to whom it is addressed, that person may not be right. Then, where should I go? All of us go through such deeper questions in our life. Not that all the time we pursue those questions, but we do get such questions. In our life, sometime or the other, some terrible situation happens, some crisis comes in, or some bad situation takes place, bad thing happens, accidents, etc., etc. And when we see life in a little closer way, then we have this existential questions. Existential questions. When we see somebody dying, then we suddenly start asking questions. What is life? What is the goal of human life? Who am I? From where have I come? Where should I go to get answers to all these questions? You have come to the right place. The Bhagavad Gita mall will answer all your questions. So number one, first point that I want to highlight to you is, there are questions in life which are philosophical in nature. Philosophical in nature, deeper questions, existential questions. You can't go to worldly science to get answers of spiritual questions. You have to go to the right place, isn't it? You go to electronic shop, you will get electronic things. You go to a garment shop, you will get garment things. So if you want to know deeper answers to your deeper questions, you must go to the science that deals with the deeper topics. Bhagavad Gita, number one, is a spiritual text. And therefore, it will deal with spiritual questions and their answers. Point number one. Second, sometimes our questions are not that deeper, but they are very important questions. You are not asking about what is the purpose of human life, why am I born, etc. But you are asking more personal questions. I get angry a lot. I get attached to somebody a lot. I always have trust issues. I have stress issues. I get tension. Anything that I want to do, I have tension. I have fears. Lot of fears are there. How to deal with all? Now, these are not existential questions, so to say. But these are very important questions. Why? Because my everyday life is dependent on these things. They are not strictly saying professional questions. Which job should I take? Not that kind of questions. But these are more to do with your everyday life, which decides your every single moment. Now there are these kind of questions also, which also will be answered in Bhagavad Gita. Vedji, you are again making promises and not telling. Yes, I have 5 sessions. No, wait. Before releasing the movie, you must release the trailer. And the trailer should be such, nowadays, the movies that they make, they don't even know how to make trailers. Because in the trailer only they tell the entire story. And then who will go to watch the movie? And you should just show little bit, and then little curiosity should remain. Today you are attending this free session which is on YouTube. First session is always free. The second session only for those people who have registered for the webinar. So if you have not registered for the webinar, you will have to register. Why? To know the answers to all these things. Where exactly Bhagavad Gita talks about stress management and fear management and anxiety management. Where is it talking about anger issues and how to control? It will come in the next 4 sessions. Don't worry. It will come. But the point is, just as it is a spiritual, it is a philosophical text, Bhagavad Gita is, it is also a text that deals with mind and managing the mind. Why? Because it is this mind which is going to take us to the spiritual truth. And therefore, Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita as a science deals with that as well. Those of you who have studied Bhagavad Gita before, at the end of every single chapter, there is a common thing that we say, Om Tat Sat, Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita, so Upanishatsu. 2 words are used there. Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre. Brahma Vidyayam, it is going to give me that spiritual knowledge, but it is also going to give me practical means to reach that spiritual knowledge. So Bhagavad Gita is the text that will show me the highest spiritual truth, but it will also tell me how to manage myself, my mind, my actions, my relationships, my life, so that I can reach that highest truth. It is going to teach me both. So in case you have existential problems, or in case you have practical personality problems, or rather than problems, little adjustments that are required, both will be answered in Bhagavad Gita. Now let us come to the third point. I don't have any existential questions at all, Vedji. Actually, I am fine. All these, unnecessarily there are people who become very serious suddenly and start asking philosophical questions. I am not that kind of person. I am a chilled person. And yes, these other questions that you ask now about anger and about tension and about fear, etc. Sometimes I get, but I don't pay much attention to it. Very good. Then what are your questions? I want to know how to make more money. I want to know how can I get food without working for it. I want to know that. How can I get married to Aishwarya Rai? Okay, I need to change the example now. For such a long time I used to give example of Aishwarya Rai, and that if I want to get married to Aishwarya Rai, there is other side to it also. No, she should also feel like getting married to me. She doesn't know I exist. And the problem is she is already married. Isn't it? All these problems are there. But I have these kind of questions. How can I get what I want? I want to become the best businessman in the world. Actually, no, I don't want to become that, but I want the money of the best businessman in the world. I have these kind of questions. Will your Bhagavad Gita answer these? Sometimes, when we go to a right person with wrong questions, that person corrects our questions. It happens or no? When we go to a right person with a wrong question, the person corrects our questions. Bhagavad Gita will do that if in case you have all these questions. Why? Not that it will not answer you, it will answer, but it will still answer a deeper thing, and it will tell you what you should be asking about. So, any kind of questions you have, you will get the answer in Bhagavad Gita. Either it will give straight away answer, or it will give practical answer for which you will have to work on it, or sometimes it will correct your questions and make you think about asking the right question. But Bhagavad Gita will answer all these things. Fine. Now let us come to this word, modern problems. Every single generation feels that they have different problems than the previous generation. True or no? And every generation which was before, every last generation thinks that the next generation is of no use. They are bunch of arrogant brat youngsters who have no regards for their parents. They don't know how to behave in the world. And some people who are more sensitive, they worry what will happen to the next generation. Yes or no? Interestingly, this problem is not new. In one of the Puranas, Narad ji is asking this question to Bhagavan Shri Vishnu, that looking at the next generation, I wonder what will be the future. Ancient. Let us think little bit and see, are our modern problems really modern? Have our problems really changed? Or are we dealing with the same problems? The problems may be coming to us in a different way. Let me give you an example. Nowadays, whenever we go outside and you meet elders generally, because for spiritual things, elders only come generally. And then their parents, etc., they come and they say that, Veji, we would like you to come to our house. This is a trap. I warn you. But they present it. No, it was so nice, listening to your talk, etc. Why don't you come to our house? We will offer Bhiksha. Please come. Evenings, please come for Bhiksha meal, please come. Okay, Brahmachari, Sadhu, what is there? We will go. Now, the day before you are supposed to go there, they come again and they say, Veji, when you come to our house, can you please talk to my son? I told you it is a trap. Why you want me to talk to your son? He doesn't focus on his studies at all. All the time he is in his phone. So can you please come and, talk to my son? I am a very good person. I like to believe that. So I say yes. I will surely talk. But actually when I go and meet that child, I understand that there is nothing that I need to talk. Why? The problem doesn't lie there. Problem doesn't lie there. Now we may put it in such a way that it is a modern problem. Why? Because in the last generation there was no mobile. But there were other distractions. The problem has actually not changed. You tell me, really, okay? Be very truthful to yourself and tell me, any one of you liked going to school and studying? Any one of you? I can't tell about you. I can tell about myself. I never liked. See, first of all, we went to school because we were forced to go to school by our parents. We never wanted. Nobody said that, mother, I am 4-year-old, put me in school. Nobody said that. We were forced to go to school. All of us cried on our first day of the school. Fact or no? You may not remember. You ask your mother. She will tell you. In detail, she will tell you how starting from home till the school, how you were continuously crying. And then when she left you there and came back, you were still crying. Till the time you saw her again. And then in the evening when you saw her again, you continued crying. Why? Why did you leave me? We all did that. After few years of continuing the school, we started liking going to school, not because of the study, but because of the friends. Fact or no? Fact or no? We wanted to go to be with friends and have fun, etc. It's always like that. None of us wanted to study. No, Ved, I was a very sincere person. Remember those sincere people who used to ask for extra class? Used to remind the teacher that you have given homework in the last. You know what we used to do with them? Maybe 1 or 2 people in 60 people's group, maybe like that, who wanted to study. Actually speaking, even they didn't want to study. They liked doing, therefore they did it. Just as somebody liked playing, therefore they wanted all classes should be converted into PT classes. Isn't it? We should play. Whatever subject I liked, even I have 2-3 classes of it, I didn't mind. Mathematics, have extra. But the moment history comes, history. Actually, none of us liked studying. We went to school for different purpose. And mind you, we scored horrible marks as compared to today's generation. As compared to what kind of thinking that they are doing now at the school level, we were nowhere close to that. In case you have forgotten, I am reminding you. Ved, my son, last year he got 95%. This year he has come down to 92. My dear, how many marks did you get when you were at the... See, our time was different. How? If I never liked going to school, my wife did not like going to school, you think my child will like going to school? That child has your genes. But we always try to put it in such a way that it appears to be a modern problem. Today's education system is very bad. Even 50 years back, education system was bad. Probably 150 years back, there was no education system only. What are you talking about? No, Ved. It's okay for you to say, but what we are facing, we are facing. I am not saying you are not facing problems. I am saying stop calling them as modern problems. Why? Because the problems are not modern. Problems are same. Situations have changed. The way the problems come to us may be different, but the problems are same. It may be put it in a way that I am spending too much of time on phone and therefore I am not studying. But the main problem is I don't want to study because I don't like it. That's the problem. The same problem that I had. The same problem that my parents had. That has not changed. All our so-called modern problems, if we really think about it, are not actually modern. They are universal problems in all generations, at all times, in every geography of the world. People have same problems. Don't glorify yourself by saying we are modern people, we have modern problems. Nothing. The only difference is 2 generations back they used to sit on the ground and discuss these problems. Now you sit on the table and discuss the problem. That is the only difference. You are still discussing same old issues. So really what we call as modern problems are not modern. Nowadays, this AI, artificial intelligence is coming, and I read some articles, etc. They were saying that AI is going to take away all the jobs, and therefore people are in tension. Do you remember in 2000, the same people were in the tension because computers were introduced? Do you remember? You will probably remember more than me, because I was small at that time. I didn't understand half of the thing, but you remember very clearly. Same kind of thing was created. Oh, once the computers come, all the jobs will go away. What will humans do? Anything happen? Anything happened? Did the jobs decrease or increase? Increased only. You know why? Because computers are introduced. Human intelligence is same. Why? A person who can intelligently use computer is still required. We have moved from Premier Padmini to Mercedes. Pickup is more, horsepower is more, but intelligence is same. Now in a better vehicle, but the way I think about driving is same. That time had different problems, this time has different. Actually, the problems are not different. The way they come to us is different. Today they are saying AI will take away jobs. That time they were saying computers will take away jobs. Before that, there was an era which said that if machines, these machines were introduced in every single factory, etc., that is going to take away the job. Actually, nothing has taken away anything. With the changing times, we will have to keep changing. That's it. We don't have to be bogged down under all these things and say that, today's situation is very grave. Nothing. All is fine. So what we call as modern problems, those are actually not modern problems. The problems are same. The way we are thinking about them, the way we are discussing them, that may have been changed. So don't get alarmed when it is said that modern problems and timeless solutions. Why? Because actually the problems are also timeless, and therefore timeless solutions will work. The problems have not changed. How will the solution change? And therefore, when we say that how can today's problem be solved by something that was told 5,500 years back? Because number one, the text that was written 5,500 years back doesn't deal about that time's problems. It deals about universal problems and universal solutions. And what we call as today as modern problems are also actually universal problems. Alright, therefore, any problem that we have, we can find solution in this timeless wisdom of Bhagavad Gita. It is not a surprising thing. It's not a surprising thing at all. And even now, if you think that how can that solve this? You tell me one simple thing. What has changed in these many years, you tell me? The change that has happened is only in the outside world. The way we dress, the way we speak, the way we live, all that might have changed. But who we are, what we are, is still the same. When I was in engineering, when I was studying, I used to have one very pressing question. My uncle, one of my uncles. He was a mechanic. He is a mechanic. I always used to wonder, every month new cars are coming. Okay? And this man has not studied engineering in so much deep, etc. How is he able to, repair all cars? So what I used to do, this is a serious question. I mean, I thought it is serious. It may not be serious for you. I thought. So I used to go there and sit and see when the new car comes, how does he react? What is he doing? I was expecting in my head that there will be a book. Manual will be there. And he goes there and refers to what is where, etc. But I observed there is no book. Somebody comes and tells this is the problem. He says, okay, no problem, I will check. And he goes bottom down and then doing something. Then finally one day I asked, I said, see, you are seeing that car for the first time. It's a new car, just now it has come in the market. Do they, the car company who is producing this, do they send you something of how to repair? I am sure they cannot. In India, to 100% they cannot. Because mechanics are there on, every single corner there are mechanics, and most of them are unregistered also. They just know the trick and they solve the matter for you. Do they send you something? How do you know? He gave me an answer at that time. He said, once you understand the soul of the car, you can work on any body of the car. I was like, there is a point. He says, what differs is where is the wire coming from. But what does that wire do? I know. Maybe bonnet is at the back, the machine, etc. For some vehicles it is at the back. For some vehicle it is the front. That only changes. But what does what? Every single part do. Accelerator is still working as accelerator. The shaft is still working as a shaft. The motor is still working as a motor. Everything. The engine is still working as engine. 4-stroke engine, 2-stroke engine. We know what it does. Yes, some cars are petrol driven. Some cars are diesel. Some cars are LPG. Some cars are CNG. He says that is the only change in body. The core, the soul of the car, once you understand, you can solve any problem. We may say we have many problems in our life, but there is a core problem from which all our other problems are coming from. If we understand that, we can solve all the problems. Bhagavad Gita answers that fundamental problem. What is that fundamental problem? I am going to explain in the next session. Not today. But that is what it does. I hope you are getting the point now. There can be many problems, but all of them have one core problem. And first, Bhagavad Gita answers that. And then in line with that, it tells you, and therefore, how to deal with this problem, how to deal with that problem, how to deal with that problem, how to deal with that problem. We took example of mechanic and cars, etc. In the same logic works everywhere. Same logic works everywhere. Your computer is not working. Do you know different engineers will repair your computer in a different way? Do you know this? No, you don't know? I will tell you. Suppose your computer is not working, your laptop or PC. Earlier time that PC used to be there, no? Suppose it is not working. You ask a computer engineer or IT engineer, what can be the problem? He will say, you do one thing, you reboot. Just reboot. You ask electronics engineer, he will say, what you should do is, inside that CPU, there is a silver color plate is there. remove that plate, clean it and put it back. It will work. You ask a mechanical engineer, he will say give 2 times from this side, 2 times from that side, it will work. And interestingly, all 3 are right. Why? Because none of them have understood what exactly is the problem and what is the solution. I am giving example of engineers. Please, all engineers, don't feel bad. I am one of them. Therefore, I am giving that engineers. No, you should always start by criticizing your own profession. It is the fact. You go to doctors, same thing. Actually, doctors, don't feel angry, but fact of the matter is, actually, we have still not understood what is the actual disease. We are working on the remedies based on what is the symptom. You may say that in Ayurveda, no, we don't work on symptoms, we work on the cause. Yes, true, but still we have not understood how does the disease arise and what should be done that disease will not arise at all. We have not yet understood. Some of you are doctors and you are moving your head. That means I am right. And you go to the doctor also says, up to here I can do, rest of it is Bhagwan's. Arre? Then you get more scared. अरे इतना सारा मेहनत करके तुमने MBBS किया and then you are telling me you cannot solve the problem. What is this? But that is the fact of the matter. Why? Because in the world, at the core of every single thing is that essential problem which none of us are thinking about. We are still dealing with the paraphernalia, the outer thing. The core problem we have not yet understood. All our problems may be worldly, but the core problem is spiritual. Why? Because I am having all the other problems. You may say, I am not interested in spirituality. You may think that you are not interested in spirituality, but the fact of the matter is you are interested in spirituality. Maybe you don't know what is spirituality. That is the only difference. Right? And therefore, the core problem, which we will be discussing in the next session, and then we will see how Gita answers that, and Gita also answers all the other doubts, other questions. In the coming sessions, let me just tell you what all things we are going to see. In next session tomorrow morning, we will also see some of the myths about Bhagavad Gita. What we have heard about it. And let us try and see and analyze whether those things are true or not. Those are the things that we are going to see. We are also going to see the uniqueness of Bhagavad Gita. You know, how Bhagavad Gita is a special text. And why out of all the texts you are asking us to study that. That also we are going to see. We are also going to see how we can apply Bhagavad Gita and the knowledge which is given in it in our everyday life. Whether it is a personal life, whether it is a professional life. How can I apply it? Okay. And then at the end we will also understand how exactly should we go about and study this Gita. So these are going to be the general topics that we will be seeing in the coming sessions. As I said right at the beginning, please keep an open mind. Don't accept because it is ancient, but don't reject without analyzing. Please keep an open mind. Give the salesman 4 more hours. 4 more hours. At least give yourself, actually, not even to me, give yourself this 4 more hours to understand this. And then you are free to decide on your own what you want to do. Alright? I congratulate all of you for taking time out of your life and coming here to discuss about one of the most important aspects of your life, which probably has been neglected for such a long time. Today is a very, very auspicious day, and you have done the right choice of doing this webinar. Congratulations. As I always say, please take your right hand up. Please turn it, bend it, pat on your own back saying that well done. Der hai, durust hai. At least now you have come on track. Let us see how we go forward. All right. Sufficient for today. As I have told before, this is the only first session which is going to be free and available on YouTube. Now the tomorrow's sessions onwards only for those who have registered. You may say, no, Vedji, knowledge is free, it should be given free. I agree with you, 100% knowledge is free. I am giving it free. 500 rupees you have to pay so that you will remain regular in the class. It's not that we want money. If you don't pay 500 rupees, then you will not be regular. You will say, anyways. When you pay 500, then, no, I have paid 500, I must go. For that only we are asking for money. And think of it like this, no, 500 rupees is one pizza. You can't sacrifice one pizza for your entire life? I am sure you can. If you have liked this session, please spread the word to all the people who may be suffering, who may be trying to find solutions so that they also will be helped in this noble cause. Okay, let us conclude for today. Tomorrow morning we will continue. Thank you all once again. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you.